Imagine waking up tomorrow and hearing people speak a language you can't understand. Not Chinese, not Arabic, not some rare language from a distant part of the world. Imagine they're speaking what evolved from your own language. Now imagine that not after 1,000 years, but after 10,000. What would happen to the languages we speak today? Would English still exist? Would German, Russian, Spanish, French, Arabic, Hindi, or Chinese survive? Or would they become as mysterious to future humans as ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs are to us? Let's find out. Language feels permanent. Most of us grow up speaking the same language our parents speak. Our grandparents usually understand us. Even old books written 100 years ago are still mostly readable. Because of this, it's easy to assume languages stay the same. But they don't. In fact, languages are constantly changing. Right now, as you're watching this video, new words are being created. Old words are disappearing. Pronunciations are shifting. Grammar rules are evolving. Language is alive, and it never stops moving. To understand what might happen in 10,000 years, let's first look at the past. Only 1,000 years ago, English sounded very different. Listen to Old English, spoken around the year 1000. To modern English speakers, it sounds almost like a foreign language. Yet, it eventually became the English spoken today. And that's after only 1 millennium. 10,000 years is 10 times longer. For comparison, 10,000 years ago, agriculture had only recently begun in many parts of the world. The pyramids didn't exist. Written history barely existed. Entire civilizations we consider ancient today were still thousands of years in the future. That's how much time we're talking about. Let's jump ahead 500 years. The year is 2526. Languages still exist, but they have already changed. New technologies have introduced countless new words. Old expressions have disappeared. Many phrases we use today sound outdated and strange. Imagine someone from the year 1500 suddenly hearing modern teenagers speak. That's roughly how people in 2526 might feel when listening to us. The language is familiar, but it's no longer the same. Now let's move to the year 3026, 1,000 years from now. By this point, many modern languages have diverged significantly. English spoken in North America may differ greatly from English spoken in Africa, Asia, or space colonies if humanity expands beyond Earth. German may have evolved into several regional forms. Spanish may look very different depending on where it developed. Some languages may merge. Others may split into entirely new languages. This has happened many times before. Latin eventually evolved into Italian, Spanish, French, Portuguese, and Romanian. What we call a single language today may become multiple languages in the future. 2,000 years from now, technology begins playing an even larger role. Artificial intelligence can instantly translate almost anything. People can communicate across the world without learning each other's languages. At first, this seems like it should preserve languages, but the opposite may happen. Some languages become more dominant. Others slowly disappear. This is already happening today. According to linguistic researchers, thousands of languages are at risk of extinction within the coming centuries. When the last native speaker dies, an entire way of describing the world disappears with them. Not just all words, stories, expressions, cultural knowledge, unique perspectives, gone forever. 3,000 years from now, humanity speaks many languages that don't yet exist. Some were created naturally. Others emerged from centuries of cultural mixing. Large global populations may develop shared languages unlike anything spoken today. At the same time, historians work to preserve the languages of the past. Massive digital archives contain recordings of billions of people. Future researchers can listen to our voices exactly as they sounded. For the first time in history, entire civilizations leave behind complete audio records. 5,000 years from now, modern languages are ancient history. Think about how we view Latin. Now imagine something even older. Students study English, German, Russian, Mandarin, Arabic, and Spanish as historical languages. Experts spend years learning them. Most ordinary people never do. To them, a YouTube comment from today is as difficult as an ancient manuscript is to us. Social media posts become archaeological artifacts. Text messages become historical documents. Memes become subjects of academic research. Future scholars may spend decades trying to understand why certain jokes were funny. 7,000 years pass. Civilizations rise and fall. Nations appear and disappear. Climate changes reshape parts of the world. Migration creates entirely new populations. Language families continue evolving. At this point, even the structure of future languages may be radically different. Words may be supplemented by advanced visual communication systems. Neural interfaces could allow thoughts to be transmitted directly. Human communication itself may evolve beyond speech alone. The very concept of language could expand into something we struggle to imagine. Now we arrive at the year 1226, 10,000 years from today. No one naturally speaks modern English. No one naturally speaks modern German. No one naturally speaks modern Russian. No one naturally speaks any major language exactly as we know it. The languages of our time survive only through preservation. A future person hearing a recording from 2026 would recognize it as ancient speech. Perhaps they would need advanced translation systems to understand even the simplest sentence. Yet, unlike ancient civilizations of the past, we leave behind an enormous digital footprint. Videos, podcasts, movies, voice messages, social media posts, billions upon billions of recorded conversations. Future humans won't have to guess how we sounded. They'll know. They'll hear our voices, our laughter, our arguments, our stories. But here's the fascinating part. Even though the words change, the human experience remains surprisingly similar. People still fall in love. They still tell stories. They still laugh. They still worry about the future. They still try to understand the world around them. The language changes. The emotions don't. The vocabulary evolves. Human curiosity remains. The grammar transforms. The desire to communicate survives. And that may be the most important thing of all. 10,000 years from now, our languages may be forgotten. Our slang may be incomprehensible. Our accents may sound alien. But somewhere in the future, someone may open an ancient archive. They may discover a video uploaded thousands of years earlier. They may activate a translator. And for a brief moment, they may hear us speaking across 10 millennia. Not as historical figures, not as myths, but as ordinary people. People who lived long ago. People who wondered about the future. People just like them. And perhaps, at that moment, they will realize that while languages may change beyond recognition, the human desire to connect never truly disappears.